The Kardashian-Jenner family has forever been at the center of attention with their own lives, regularly standing out as truly newsworthy in the most recent improvement pressures appear to have raised between Kim Kardashian and her sister Kourtney Kardashian, bringing about Kourtney supposedly boycotting Kim from her life. This unforeseen new development has left Kim faltering and sincerely distressed in this video. We dive into the detailed purposes for their stressed relationship and investigate the effect it has had on Kim. These two simply concede that they could do without one another, generally on the grounds that you're sisters and disgustingly rich and popular. Doesn't mean you should be dearest companions. We as a whole see it, and nobody would blame you for it since I get it, envy. And that is oak sense. Supposing that I were Kourtney, I'd be desirous too, like a couple of episodes back at Kim's birthday supper. And Kris gave a discourse that in a real sense said you're the top of the family. Now you would never give affirmation of hold up, this is so astonishing. For quite a long time, Kim and Kourtney Kardashian have been at the focal point of the Kardashian-Jenner domain, featuring close by one another on their unscripted TV show, and partaking in different undertakings together anyway. Likewise, with any kin relationship, clashes and conflicts are unavoidable, and the strain between the two sisters has become progressively obvious as of late. As per reports, Kourtney Kardashian has settled on the tough decision to reduce most, if not all, connection with her sister Kim. This move has been portrayed as a boycotting by different news sources, proposing a total end of correspondence and cooperation. The purposes for this supposed activity stay undisclosed, passing on fans and the general population to estimate about the basic causes. The Kardashian-Jenner family is known for their complicated elements, with clashes and compromises frequently working out in the public eye, while the specific purposes behind Kourtney's choice to boycott Kim are muddled. It is critical to recognize that family connections are perplexing and can be impacted by different factors. For example, individual contrasts, varying needs, and gathered pressures over the long haul. In addition, the Kardashian family is encountering disturbance on the most recent time of the show, which has started broad conversations online about who is to blame and what precisely is going on. Individuals have been communicating their disappointment with the present status of the Kardashian show for a long while now, feeling that it has lost its credibility and diversion esteem. The dramatization has become progressively misrepresented, arriving where the continuous quarrel among Kim and Kourtney has been considered the most ludicrous one at this point. By and by, I battle to fathom the meaning of this debate, as it appears to spin around advantaged king clashes that a large number of us can't connect with. However, one unmistakable storyline this season rotates around Kourtney's profound hurt over Kim's joint effort with Dolce and Gabbana. Last September, Kim joined forces with a prestigious style brand to make an assortment highlighting 90s and livened outfits. This cooperation was a stupendous accomplishment for Kim, and she felt an extraordinary feeling of satisfaction in her achievement anyway. Kourtney's response was powered by her profound bombshell that each of this happened just 4 months after her own wedding. During Kourtney's wedding in Italy, Dolce and Gabbana facilitated and opened their 90s chronicle, lining up with the subject of her exceptional day. She felt that Kim's design show was basically duplicating her, which sincerely appears to be very crazy when spoken resoundingly. I mean, it's difficult to envision anybody mistaking a wedding for a runway show or expecting that Kim took thoughts from Kourtney. The vast majority would probably think, wow, the Kardashians have an extraordinary relationship with Dolce and Gabbana. I exceptionally question anybody is staying here, carefully looking at the outfits worn at Kourtney's wedding and blaming Kim for eclipsing it. The whole circumstance seems absurd to me. As a matter of fact, in a new episode, Kim basically expressed that if we had any desire to figure out who replicated who she got hitched in Italy, besides Andrea Bocelli, likewise performed at Kim's wedding similarly as at Kourtney's, so assuming we will examine duplicating, it's significant That Kim basically did likewise for her wedding to me, the entire duplicating viewpoint doesn't seem like the main issue here. I accept Kourtney is presumably more unglued about the way that Dolce and Gabbana decided to team up with Kim, rather than her given her cozy relationship with the brand and their contribution in her wedding's 90s. Subjected very well. Maybe an instance of envy, which would sound good to me. Kourtney probably had high any desires for being the substance of the 90s assortment, considering the unique association she had with Dolce and Gabbana anyway. They chose to work with Kim. Rather, I can comprehend how that could have caused her to feel unimportant somehow or another. Furthermore, there have been conversations about Kris, their mom, having top picks among her little girls. It's anything but a joke. Many individuals accept that Kris truly does, without a doubt, have a most loved little girl in some cases. Apparently, Kris has top picks fluctuating among Kaylee and Kim, while Khloe, Kendall, and Kourtney are apparently never in that preferred position. This dynamic is made completely clear on the show, and I accept it assumes a part in Kourtney's sentiments in the event that she continually sees Kris inclining toward Kim, and Dolce and Gabbana works together with Kim for her wedding and picks her as the essence of their organized 90s assortment. It's reasonable that Kourtney could address why Kim generally appears to end up as the winner anyway. The manner in which Kourtney made sense of the battle on the show appeared to be totally absurd, and this contention has spiraled wild. Kourtney communicated how she accepted Kim, just saw dollar signs, and didn't regard her yet. Truly, Kim is affluent to such an extent that I don't think cash was the spurring factor for her. It seemed like she truly needed to organize an assortment with Dolce and Gabbana in light of the fact that that holds huge glory in the style world. It's not like she really wanted the cash. She's just picking projects that truly energize her these days because of her monetary security. Initially, Kim's coordinated effort with Dolce and Gabbana was planned to spin around her image skims. Yet they couldn't deliver the pieces in time for the assortment. That is the reason Kim organized an assortment with Dolce and Gabbana using their file pieces. She ensured that none of the things included were the ones utilized in Kourtney's wedding anyway. Kourtney has blamed him for taking advantage of her big day for business purposes. Kim then again guarantees that she mentioned the arrangement to be delayed by a year to stay away from vicinity to Kourtney's wedding anyway. Dolce and Gabbana illuminated her that they would continue with the assortment in any case. Thus, Kim chose to partake. She saw this open door as an individual test, needing to demonstrate to herself that she could transform the design world freely. For a really long time, Kanye had been answerable for dressing her and giving inventive heading, so this adventure permitted her to exhibit her own capacities. In spite of Kim's clarification, Kourtney stayed unconvinced. She felt that Kim's activities were egotistical and exclusively determined by monetary contemplations. Kim brought up that Tyler had recently done a mission with Dolce and Gabbana soon after Kourtney's wedding, suggesting that it didn't appear to irritate her. Then Kourtney answered by saying that she didn't anticipate that Kylie should contact her about it, since Kylie exists in her own reality. Subsequently, it didn't sanely affect Kourtney. This persuades me to think that Kourtney's response stems more from her firmly established dissatisfaction with Kim reliably acquiring open doors, as opposed to exclusively being about Dolce and Gabbana being excessively near her wedding. It felt profoundly private to Kourtney that Kim explicitly acknowledged the arrangement, and she really accepted that Kim ought to have declined it. To be a strong sister, as per Kourtney, this present circumstance degraded the extraordinariness of her wedding anyway. I don't think it lessened the meaning of her wedding in any capacity. They had an extraordinary on Hulu. The occasion earned critical consideration on Instagram, and Kourtney and Travis appeared to spread the word about their presence wherever with consistent showcases of fondness. They had numerous wedding functions, remembering one for Las Vegas, and a terrific celebrant in Italy. So I don't completely accept that anybody is decreasing the meaning of Kourtney's wedding by Kim's activities anyway. Throughout recent weeks, the web has been savaging Kourtney over her response to this present circumstance. Individuals, via virtual entertainment, have been tweeting that they are typically Kourtney's ally, yet they see her conviction that Kim purposefully duplicated her as a simple projection. They recommend that Kourtney didn't treat Kylie in a serious way. Since she doesn't view Kylie in a serious way overall, it's guessed that Kourtney feels undermined by Kim, and that she ought to sincerely concede that she needed to be picked for the Dolce and Gabbana opportunity. Thinking of her as ongoing wedding, these remarks excuse the possibility that there may be an option that could be more profound than the Kim story at play.